Welcome back to Hard Truths, the podcast where we cut through the noise and get straight to the facts. No sugarcoating, no fluff, just the truths you need to hear. Today, we're diving into something that explains why most people stay stuck, why the majority never break past mediocrity, and why only a small percentage of people truly succeed. It's called the 5% rule. And understanding this could change everything about how you approach your life, your goals, and your success. Think about it. How many people do you know who talk about their big plans but never follow through? Maybe they start something with excitement, but within weeks, they give up. The gym memberships that never get used past January. The side hustles that never turn into businesses. The books that are started but never finished. The world is filled with people who start but don't finish. And that's why only a small percentage of people ever get to the top. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're wondering why things aren't moving as fast as they should, or why success always seems like it belongs to someone else, this episode's for you. Now let's get into it. Here's the reality. 95% of people are going to stay exactly where they are. They're going to dream big, talk about what they want to do, maybe even start, but they will not follow through. Only 5% will. The 5% rule is a harsh but simple truth. Only about 5% of people will actually do what it takes to achieve massive success. Whether that's in business, fitness, relationships, or any other areas of life. Now, this isn't some arbitrary number. Studies show that most people quit right before they see results. Take fitness, for example. About 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. In businesses, 90% of startups fail within the first 5 years. In personal finance, most people live paycheck to paycheck their entire lives, despite having access to financial literacy tools. The trend is obvious. Most people don't push past the resistance long enough to break through. Let's take a look at another example. College and education. Only a small fraction of people who enroll in online courses ever complete them. In fact, data from Harvard and MIT show that only 3 to 6% of students complete free online courses. Why? Because there's no consequence for quitting. There's no internal drive to finish. It's just another thing people try but don't commit to. The 5% who succeed, they think, act, and operate differently. And today, we're going to break down exactly what separates them from the 95%. Let's talk about why 95% fail. It's not because they lack intelligence, talent, or opportunity. No, they have a lot. It's because they fall into predictable traps that keep them stuck. Most people prioritize comfort. They want the easy path. They crave instant gratification. If something is hard, they avoid it. The problem? Growth is on the other side of discomfort. The 5% understand that suffering in the short term leads to rewards in the long term. Think about a person who wants to lose weight, but can't really give up the junk food. They want the reward of a fit body, but they're unwilling to endure the discomfort of a healthy eating. How about this? Think about a person who wants financial freedom, but refuses to invest, budget, or delay gratification. They want wealth, but they choose comfort over discipline. Success isn't about going all in for a few weeks. It's about showing up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. The 95% start strong, but fade quickly. They work out for a month, then stop. They save money for a while, then splurge. The 5%, they stay consistent, even when motivation dies. Take a look at some examples here. Kobe Bryant used to wake up at 4 a.m. every single day to practice, even when he was already the best. That's what separates the 5%. And another example, businesses that thrive don't stop marketing, don't stop innovating, don't stop working even when things get tough. And the 95%, they're masters at excuses. I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I'll start when I'm ready. The 5%, they execute. They make things happen even when the conditions aren't perfect. Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx, started her business while working at a full-time job. She didn't wait until she had investors, experience, or approval. She took action. Jeff Bezos? He started Amazon in a garage. No fancy offices, no funding, just execution. Most people are paralyzed by failure. And I get it. They see setbacks as a reason to stop. The 5% see failure as feedback. They adjust and they keep moving. Michael Jordan missed over 9,000 shots in his career, but he didn't let that define him. He used failure to improve. How about Walt Disney? Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper because he lacked creativity. Imagine if he let that stop him. So what separates the 5%? Let's break it down. Number 1, they take action before they feel ready. The 5% understand that waiting for the perfect condition is a trap. They start before they're even ready and adjust along the way. Number 2, they rebuild resilience. Life will hit you hard. Unexpected challenges, failures, and setbacks. The 5% develop emotional resilience. They don't crumble when things get tough. Number 3, they prioritize learning over entertainment. Instead of binge watching Netflix or scrolling social media for hours, they invest in knowledge. They read books, take courses, and actively seek self-improvement. And finally, they play the long game. The 5% think in years, not weeks. They don't chase quick results. They commit to the process, knowing that consistency compounds over time. Now here's the harsh reality. Most people listening to this will not make shifts. They'll nod along, maybe feel a little motivated, but by next week, they will be right back to their old habits. That's a brutal truth. But a few of you, a small percentage, you'll take action. You'll stop making excuses, and you'll start doing what needs to be done. So ask yourself right now, are you going to be in the 95% who keep making the same mistakes? Or are you ready to step out of the 5% who actually make things happen? Because at the end of the day, the choice is always yours. Alright, and that concludes our episode here of the 5% rule to success. If this episode hit you hard, good. That means you needed to hear it. Now do something with it. Share this episode with someone who needs a wake-up call. And if you're serious about being part of that small percentage, take action today, right now. Don't wait for tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Hard Truths, where we don't just talk about success. We expose the realities behind it.